Good evening and welcome to Edgerton, Ohio. No, not Babe Schaup Court in the new school, but at the house that Babe helped build and won a state championship at. We're at throwback night tonight at the old Edgerton Gymnasium tonight as they've welcomed in neighbors from the west in the Eastside Indiana Blazers to town. Eastside comes in at 4-5 on the year, while Edgerton is at 2-6. Welcome into the pregame show. What should be a fun night, a terrific crowd on hand, and the band inches away from us as you hear. And by the way, you hear a second voice, a chuckle. It's a familiar voice to our listeners tonight. We're paying high dollar for this, I think, to get him out of retirement for one night. Our good friend Ric Heisler back with us. Heis, thanks for being with me tonight.
Oh, I've been looking forward to this. Once you call it or whatever, it's fun. It's the gym I played in 100 years ago, and we got a lot of things to talk about if we have time.
2003 was the last high school game played here before Edgerton got into their new facility in 2004, and this gym goes back to the 50s, right?
Yeah, mid-50s, like 54, 55, something like that.
So when they won the state championship in 59, it was still, quote-unquote, a new gym.
Yeah. And one of the nicer ones around at the time. Yeah, that was the first year I started coming to basketball games, was in 59. So, I thought you were supposed to do that every year.
Yeah. Heis has been, since he's left us, he's become grandpa extraordinaire with a couple in the Fairview district, grandkids over in Cuyahoga Falls area. So you've been traveling around watching lots of different sports and basketball. So you're still somewhat in tune. You know a little bit about Edgerton. Brett Grieser now in his third year since replacing Matt Ripke, and they're off to a 2-6 start. But a team that has shown some capability. I know you've seen them in these 3 years with grandson Kaysen playing over at Fairview.
Yeah, Edgerton is, it's Edgerton. You're going to have some basketball players. You're going to have some athletes, and I think Coach Grieser's doing a nice job with them. From just a little, I've signed once or twice a year in that time, but they know what they're doing. They play hard. What more can you ask?
And you look at Eastside. Eastside, generally speaking, is a really good program. This year, a little bit down. They're a young basketball team, I'm told, 4-5 overall. They lost last night. They're 1-3 in a very good Northeast Corner Conference that they play in. They do have a little size. Their best player is Clayton Minnick, so we're looking forward to seeing him and them play tonight. And I know, as big as the game is, the storyline is where we are at tonight, and a lot of familiar faces here coming back to the gym tonight to enjoy this throwback night.
Yeah, I'd shake a few hands on the way up and out in the hall, etc. And it just brings back so many good memories, and seeing some of my old classmates and some of the old players and teammates, etc. And it's been fun so far. Everybody's very, very, very nice about it, and if it weren't for the band, this would be great.
We think that the band was never behind us. We were told differently. The band was never behind us. By the way, when we first started doing games, you and I, Edgerton's coach was Doug Oates. Doug's in the house tonight. I don't know if you saw Doug. Yeah, he's here tonight.
Yeah, he was sitting over there to our right. He's not there now, but he did a whale of a job here. In fact, I think he coached all 3 sports a year or two when he was coaching here. But Edgerton lost a good coach when he left.
All right, we're going to step aside, take our first break. When we come back, Brian Ford Lincoln conversation with Edgerton head coach Brett Grieser on B-Rock Sports. Statistics show that for most crops, pivot irrigation increases yields by at least 100% over dryland farming. Even in areas that get enough rainfall, timing is everything. If it doesn't come at just the right time, you could be losing yield. Maximize your production with pivots and linears from Valley Irrigation. Make the most of your acres. Contact Andy Farnham at AG Irrigation today, 419-212-2528. That's 419-212-2528.
I'm here at Fackler Monument in Montpelier, Ohio, with Sierra and Paul Rory Jr., the new owners. But really, Paul, your family has been serving the area for a long time.
That's right, Tim. We're the 3rd generation, and it all started with my Grandpa George.
Paul, many people are being cremated. Are there memorial options for cremation?
Many people still choose a headstone in which the ashes are placed under the monument and sealed within the stone. There's cremation benches where the ashes are placed in the legs of the bench, and there's also columbariums.
So, Sierra, there are many shapes and styles to choose from, whether a traditional burial or cremation?
That's right, and we understand that it can be a little overwhelming. That's why it's important to come talk to us so that we can guide you with our experience to help you pre-plan. Our experienced team realizes that it's not easy to select a memorial in a time of sorrow, so we invite you to come visit with us as part of your pre-planning.
Go online to facklermonument.com to see what we have to offer.
The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families in the tri-state area since 1924.
Hi, this is Russ Davies with Andrews O'Neill & Lowe Insurance Agency. Community means caring for the people we call neighbors and the places we call home. For the past 100 years, Andrews O'Neill & Lowe has been proud to do just that. In partnership with Central Insurance, we're honored by your trust in us to protect your family, assets, business, and everything that matters most to you. Thanks for being a part of our story. We've provided you peace of mind over the past century and look forward to doing the same for the next 100 years. Learn more at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
This spring, pick your power. Steel fuel-powered equipment delivers proven performance and efficiency, and the Steel Lightning battery system delivers the power to do more on a single charge. Get the all-new BGA 45 battery-powered blower for just $129.95, or pick the popular MS-170 chainsaw for just $179.95. Pick your power, and then pick up a Steel. All prices BES SRP at participating retailers.
See Black Swamp Equipment or go to blackswampequipment.net.
As we continue on with our pregame show, it's time for our conversation with the coach, and we are talking with Edgerton head coach Brett Greiser. And, well, Brett, coming off the two-day Route 49 Classic, you split your two games last week. What were some of your takeaways for those two games?
Yeah, I thought just first and foremost, I thought our kids did a nice job, effort and intensity-wise. You know, I thought we played extremely well together. Thursday night game against Eden, I thought we shared the ball at a high level. Obviously, we had some shooters get hot. Corey Herman shot the ball extremely well, but I thought he was, you know, obviously his teammates were able to find him at key moments. But I thought as a whole, that might have been as well as we shared the basketball all year long. I thought our kids played well together. I thought they played hard. I thought they were good defensively. You know, the next night against Antwerp, you know that's going to be a tall task. They're senior-laden, and I thought for 2.5, almost 3 quarters, I thought we were punch for punch with them. I thought we competed at a very high level. Obviously, they made some plays there in the fourth quarter to separate that score a little bit, but as a whole, I thought our effort was very good, and we need to carry that into the new year.
Has this team, Brett, improved at the rate you were hoping it would be? I mean, is this group where you thought it would be as we head into the new calendar year?
Yeah, I think we're definitely growing and improving. I think we hit a stretch there in December where we just did not shoot the basketball very well, and I think everything always looks better when the ball's going in the hoop. And I know that sounds simplistically, but, you know, when the ball's going in, everything looks better. And I thought even through December at times we were getting good looks and good shots, and we just weren't hitting. And so, obviously, when you shoot the ball well, things look better. But, no, I think, you know, we're young and everybody knows that. But as I told the kids, you know, that conversation is done. We've played enough varsity games now where we're getting better each week, or we need to get better each week, and keep growing and keep learning. I think they are learning. I think we're getting better, but we just got to continue to find ways to grow in all areas of the game.
Okay, so we'll see you next on Saturday night with Eastside, Indiana coming to town. Kind of a throwback night. Tell me exactly what's going on with this one.
Yeah, what an exciting time, and just a huge shout-out to, you know, our village and our school and everybody that has played a role in this and, you know, putting this back together for our school and our community. There's lots of excitement around it. You know, old gyms are really cool, at least in my opinion, and Edgerton's got a great old gym with a ton of history. We've had the ability to practice over there a couple times this week, and we've brought in, you know, Mayor Bob Day, but also former player Bob Day, and just to share the history of the gym and, you know, to be on the same floor that the 1959 state champs played in and things like that. There's just history there, and I think it's great for high school athletics. I think it's great for Edgerton. You know, I would advocate for it for multiple small schools if they still have those old gyms and throwbacks. I think it's great for the community. Our kids are excited. Our community is excited, and it should be a fun night.
Oh, absolutely. Love hearing that, and agree with you 100%. Then you got an opponent coming in Eastside. What do you know about them?
Yeah, they're good. They're active. They're senior laden. They like to play a lot of zone up until this point, but they're long in the zone. They got some senior players that are really, making some plays for them. The Minnick boy, he's a guard, and he does a nice job. He's averaging over double figures for them. And they got some other really strong seniors, and it'll be a really good test for our kids, and it'll be a good challenge. And obviously it's an out-of-state opponent and things like that we play every year, but they're good. They're good. They're active. They'll play hard, and we got to make sure we match their intensity.
Brett, a lot of times on Saturdays, I feel like energy, emotion is such a big factor in this. Important that your kids come out with that energy. I would assume being in the old gym will kind of provide maybe a little boost with that as well.
Yeah, I think you're right. This time of year, everybody starts to play back-to-backs, or at least most of the people do. We start, obviously, here in GMC play this week, Friday night against Sonora, and you're right. I think, the team that comes out with energy and, a will and a desire to play, obviously I would like to think our kids will be super excited and pumped up, but, intensity is a funny thing. You got to be able to do it for 4 quarters. It can't just be for the first 2 minutes. You got to be able to match and play hard for 32 minutes, and, that's something we talk to our kids a lot about.
It's our conversation with the coach, talking with Edgerton frontman Brett Greiser. Brett, always appreciate the time. Best of luck Saturday night.
Hey, thank you, guys. Thank you for your coverage, and thanks for what you do for our high school athletes.
Absolutely. Stay with us. More on the pregame show coming up.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. See Danielle Van Atta of Danielle Van Atta Agency today. She can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Phone Danielle Van Atta today at 419-636-0408.
Are you in need of quality furniture and appliances? Look no further than Direct Link Appliance and Furniture. With Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid appliances, and now featuring Ashley Furniture and Jameson mattresses, you'll find everything you need for your home. Plus, their trained technicians provide service on all makes and models of appliances. With unbeatable prices and impeccable customer service, Direct Link Appliance and Furniture is your one-stop shop for all your home needs. Don't wait. Shop Direct Link Appliance and Furniture today. Edgerton Forge, located on US 6 just outside of Edgerton, are proud supporters of Edgerton Bulldog athletes. Looking for a new career? Apply online at edgertonforge.com/careers or stop in and see them for an application and tour the facility at 257 East Morrison Street in Edgerton, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Join them as they forge into the future. Good luck and play tough tonight. Go Bulldogs!
We are back here in Edgerton, Ohio at the old high school tonight as it is throwback night. By the way, while we have a few minutes here in the pregame show, I did want to make sure that the throwback night got as much publicity as the game itself, because you and I both know and we took part in when Montpelier did a throwback from back at the Superior Gym. There's a lot that goes into this, and I think this was an idea, I'm pretty sure it originated with Mayor Bob Day, who, of course, is a lifelong Edgerton person, and then to get the schools on board. I mean, there's a lot. This is a facility now that's used as administrative and village offices, and the police are housed here, and the gym, thankfully, is still used, but this whole area and this gym and facility had to get tidied up a little bit to prepare for this.
Yeah, it looks real good. It looks very clean. It looks like it's been well taken care of. This is a great idea. I'd like to see more schools do this, those who left the gym standing, when they built their new ones.
And a great event tonight, and I think they might have even gotten this idea a little bit, not that Edgerton had played in it. Eastside does this in their old facility as well, and love the event over there. They say that they pack the house. The house isn't packed tonight, but it's a good turnout for a Saturday night matchup with Edgerton and Eastside.
No doubt. It's pretty full over here on the chairs. The student section over there for Butler or for Eastside isn't so good, but they might be over here in the chairs also. But it's like you said, it's a good turnout, and there's a lot of people here. I've talked to 2 or 3 people who hadn't been in this gym since those days, and I know the former 1963 player Bill Peters is sitting right here to our right, and boy, was that a good team.
Heis, I want to ask you, how much of a memory do you have of these steps that are to our right? Because this gym is known for the steps and then the barrels at the bottom, right? And top, or just at the bottom?
I don't remember barrels. There were barrels? I don't remember that.
In case you exercise some demons from the running.
I hated these steps. Absolutely hated them. Partially because they were used for disciplines, once in a while. Remember when you had the heavy rope?
Yeah.
I had the steps, and I seemed like I spent more time running steps than I did practicing because I couldn't keep my mouth shut. Coach Franz was pretty good about it, though. But
You're saying you were disciplined?
No, I didn't have it.
No, I'm saying you were disciplined.
Yeah, he disciplined me, and I got to. If I got time to tell those stories.
Oh, absolutely.
The people that know these stairs or these chairs over here, we were another teammate of mine. I think it was Ron Stair, but I'm not sure. We were coming down the steps side by side, and the guy in front of us had a knee or something. He was going real slow, and whoever it was, I think it was Ron Stair. You could see the arm braces on the chairs.
Yep.
He took 3 steps or 4 on those armchairs to get around this kid, and he wanted me to do it. No way, I'd be flat on my face. I don't know how he did it.
This is a matchup tonight that has some intriguing stuff as you look at just rosters. I think Eastside a little more size than Edgerton. As we said, Clayton Minnick is their best basketball player. There is an Edgerton connection to the lineup. He plays mostly JV basketball for them, but Evan Eldon on the varsity roster. Dad Christian played here, and he has cousins that played against each other tonight in the Edgerton JV game, and his uncle, which would be Christian's brother, Matt, standing over there and is part of Brett Grieser's staff. So nice little side story tonight with an Edgerton connection with these 2 schools playing.
Oh yeah, that's the neat part about these small schools in areas like this where families move around a little bit and they get to play against another. I coached against my cousin when I was at Eden, I believe, and my cousin was on the Edgerton team. That was fun, but yeah, that's a neat little thing. And then someone's going to get bragging rights, or someone has bragging rights for all the holiday meals.
What's your best memory of this gym as a player, as a coach? Do you remember anything that us broadcasting? What's your biggest memory or best memory?
That's tough. Probably our win over Fairview. I think it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was my senior year. Fairview was really good, and we ended up 15-5, I think, or something like that. But Fairview was really good, and we beat them here at our place. And it was just a great memory for us. We had a nice team. Everybody ended up the year in double figures, so it was a nice team. But we beat Fairview here, but then we had to go to Fairview, and they beat us like 100-60. Maybe they took us a little lightly in the first game. Yeah. I think that probably is the biggest one.
And you, I'm sure, back in those days, always remember this. I mean, we're talking about tonight about maybe this being 3/4 full. This was always full on game nights. And that's the thing about Edgerton, have always been fantastic supporters of their basketball.
Absolutely, and even on the road, the fans were very good. Of course, we didn't have football then. Basketball was it then. But even on the road, we had fans that would travel very, very well. And that, the Edgerton fans are very knowledgeable. And once in a while, we would get a little loud on occasion talking to people out on the floor. With the stripes on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we might get that'll be a little throwback momentum, I think, here tonight as well for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to take a break. We still have the game to be played. We'll meet the starting lineups for this one and much, much more as we continue here on B-Rock Sports.
Edgerton High School sports fans, get ready to turn your home into a showroom with Days Carpet in downtown Edgerton. Their flooring is a slam dunk for creating the perfect atmosphere for your family. Transform your space with their quality and stylish options. Open Monday through Friday from 1 to 5 and Saturday from 9:30 to noon. They're here to assist you in scoring big with the perfect flooring for your home. So whether you're hosting a pregame party or enjoying the thrill of a victory at home, Days Carpet has you covered. Visit them in downtown Edgerton today.
Michael Jordan once said, "Some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, and others make it happen." The Edgerton Bulldogs want it, wish for it, and make it happen. The Edgerton Athletic Boosters want to thank all of the Edgerton athletes for their hard work and dedication and want to wish the athletes and coaches good luck. So from the Edgerton Athletic Boosters, go get 'em Bulldogs. We're behind you all of the way. Good luck to all the Edgerton athletes.
Have a water softener and need to get some salt? Donaldson's Ace Hardware on North Union Street in Bryan has what you need. Diamond Crystal Water Softener Salt. Get 50-pound bags of Solar Naturals salt crystals or 40-pound bags of Iron Fighter salt pellets. Diamond Crystal works on most softeners and can help extend the life of your appliance. Plus, it comes in easy-to-handle bags. So if you're in need of salt for your water softener, get to Donaldson's Ace Hardware in Bryan and pick up your bags of Diamond Crystal salt today.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Your friends at your neighborhood Eden Farmers Co-op Country Store would like to invite you to stop in at the Eden, Montpelier, and Edgerton stores to check out their complete line of pet supplies, animal feed, and outdoor products. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is ready to answer all of your questions concerning their complete line of Kalmbach, Land O'Lakes, and much, much more. For your convenience, your purchase can be carried to your vehicle by one of their employees. Be sure to stop by soon and see them at your hometown country store, the Eden Farmers Co-op.
Are you looking for a mechanic that really knows how to repair both foreign and domestic vehicles? Let me recommend Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions. Dave has spent the last 25 years diagnosing and repairing all makes and models of vehicles in Northwest Ohio. And he's now teamed up with Jason Dietz on State Route 6 just east of Edgerton. So if you're looking for a mechanic that can fix the problem that your last mechanic couldn't, think of Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions.
Back out here in Edgerton, we are getting ready for the anthem tonight, and since we have the Edgerton Pat Band very close to us, we'll let them take over with the playing of our national anthem tonight here in our throwback game between Edgerton and Eastside, and then we'll meet the lineups and the officials. Edgerton Pep Band performing tonight's national anthem. You want to make a band comment?
Oh, yeah, I do. I made a comment earlier about that, except for the band. I'm not talking about their ability. They did a very, very good job. It's just the location of where they are that it could have been for a better broadcast. So they're doing a nice job.
Sunshine on our shoulders is where their location is.
Pretty much.
By the way, I was thinking in there about when we were talking about throwback games in original gyms. Stryker and Edgerton are the only two that could potentially do it in the county. For Montpelier, it's not the original gym, but they could do it in Superior as a throwback. That came into play in the late 70s. But Stryker and Edgerton are the only ones with facilities still standing.
No, that's probably, I'd have to think. But, yeah, they tore Eden's down just recently, didn't they? So, yeah.
Nothing at Hilltop anymore. Nothing in Bryan anymore.
If you go out of the county, Hicksville's down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of a shame.
It's lineup time here, which they are going through the lineup right now for the Eastside Blazers. Loden Johnson, E.J. Miller starting. Clayton Minnick is getting the start tonight. We'll get you Edgerton here in just a moment. With Nolan Baker as the fourth starter. So Loden Johnson, E.J. Miller, Clayton Minnick, Nolan Baker, and Noah Aquaviva, the fifth starter. Edgerton counters with Scotty Krantz, Maddox Baker, Corey Herman, Joel Walkup, and Noah Weaver. Lineups presented by our friends at Fackler Monument Company in downtown Montpelier. The officials tonight working the game who have their eyes on the game, presented by Tri-State Vision Center. They are Al Radlinski, Jeremy Teege, and Scott Budemeyer. For all of your eye care needs, remember Tri-State Vision Center of Northwest Ohio. The real question on listeners' minds is, how long is it going to take until we find an
It shouldn't take too long.
No. It should have already been handled, probably.
Yeah, it should have been done a long time ago.
Maybe it's just because the eyes aren't as good for either of us.
I now wear glasses.
Oh, boy. Spotlight tonight on the kids from Edgerton. So going all out here this evening on Throwback Night. David Prokup, by the way, is the head coach of the Eastside Blazers. They are 4-5. They do have a common opponent. Edgerton knocked off Eden 56-37. Eastside held on to beat Eden 36-34. That's the only common opponent among the two. For Eastside, they open the year getting throttled by a really good DeKalb team. They have a win over Smith Academy out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, a loss to Canterbury from Fort Wayne. They also have wins over Prairie Heights and Lakewood Park Christian. They lost to Lakeland, defeated Eden, and then lost to West Noble and Fairfield. Most recently, that Fairfield loss was last night. After tonight, they'll play at Hamilton coming up on Tuesday of this week. Edgerton split in the 49 tournament, winning over Eden in the opening game, as we said, and then lost in the championship game to Antwerp. The other win on the year for the Bulldogs is against Fayette. They played a little more difficult schedule than some here in the county. Losses to Bryant on a really good Archbold team, really good Wauseon team, Stryker and Swanton, as well as the Antwerp Archers.
I hope the kids understand that 3-foot line. This is probably the only gym they've ever played in with it. We old-timers understand it. It sits 3 feet from the actual out-of-bounds line, but taking the ball out, you can walk up to the red line because there's not much room.
It will be Krantz for Edgerton and Baker who will win the tip for the Eastside Blazers. In the hands now of Clayton Minnick. Minnick over to the right side to E.J. Miller. Edgerton man-to-man defensively. They are predominantly a man team. Now it's Loden Johnson, top of the circle. Guarded by Edgerton's 4, Maddox Baker. Over to Miller. Miller dribble drive, right side of the lane. Stops, gives it to Minnick. Minnick matching up out in front now with Joel Walkup, who is Edgerton's best defender. Swallows him up defensively, getting close to 5, and there will be the 5-second call. Really good on and off the ball defense.
Solid defense by the Bulldogs on that possession, and Coach Greaser was really excited about that.
He was fired up. Talked with Adam Gubernath, who handled the pregame interview, and I talked with Brett eye to eye tonight. He is fired up about this game. Brett, one of those guys I think that appreciates history extremely well.
And you talk about history in the gym. This 59 team won state. The 63 team was very good, and there were a lot of other very good basketball teams and a lot of great players come through this place.
Weaver in the offense over to Corey Herman. He can display a hot hand. Had it in the game against Eden in the semifinals of the 49. Around the horn on the wing it goes against the Eastside man-to-man. Krantz with it. Top of the key to Weaver. A minute in, no score on the Andres O'Neill and Low scoreboard. Now left point to Krantz. High post to Herman. Herman to Baker. To Walkup now, left side. Over to the right elbow. Hands it off to Noah Weaver. He'll spin. Step below the foul line. Gets rid of it now to Krantz. Krantz comes back to Walkup. Edgerton, a lot of standing now, seeing a lane as Herman. Kicks it out. A three on the way from Krantz is nothing but nylon. And the first points in the throwback game belong to Edgerton. Heist.
Nicely done. Nice patience and got a shot they wanted.
3-0 Edgerton. Eastside second possession. E.J. Miller out in front, over to Minnick on the right point. Minnick, little shake and bake move to the foul line. Dumps it left wing to Nolan Baker. He'll attack. The runner is up and bounces around, no good. And the rebound is secured by Edgerton. Walkup came down with it. Now it's Krantz, pushes it over. Herman chucks the three. Got that one from downtown. 2 threes for the Bulldogs. 6-0 Edgerton.
Coaches and players have a little rough time on that far side because their feet are inbounds when they're sitting on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the dimensions here, you forget about that, don't you?
Yeah, Coach Greaser is pretty active, and he was going up down the bench and about tripped over somebody's feet.
Clayton Minnick, right point, 6-0 Bulldogs. Minnick, little pick and roll, slipping through, wanted to get it to Aquaviva, unable to do so. Now Aquaviva gets a touchdown in the paint with the left hand, shot on the way, no good. The rebound of the Mr. Herman for Edgerton. A little more than 2.5 minutes in, Bulldogs out in front, 6-0. Now it's Scotty Krantz. Jump stop in the lane. 5-footer is no good. Rebound controlled by the Eastside Blazers. Here's Miller, the point guard, across midcourt. Miller on the blow-by, but stumbled, lost his footing, and lost the basketball for Eastside's second turnover. Now on a trail, here is Krantz to the baseline. Pump fake for Aquaviva, left it short. The rebound secured by Nolan Baker. Baker now to Minnick. Minnick will hold the train down here and wait, and they get into their half-court set. Still a 6-0 game, 4:45 left in the first. Minnick loops it over to the right wing to Loden Johnson. Aquaviva spinning, kick out, 3 on the way from Baker, off the iron, no good. The board to Joel Walkup now. Walkup will bring it himself. No subs yet for either team. Walkup on a drive and traveled with a basketball. That's Edgerton's first giveaway.
Inconsistent on that call, or they call that what do they call it? Euro step.
Euro step.
And sometimes they call it, and sometimes they don't. They called it there.
Here's Minnick up the floor to Baker. He's hand-checked and fouled by Noah Weaver. That'll be Weaver's first. By the way, the new foul rule with 5 fouls per quarter for 2 free throws. I haven't even really noticed it. Have you?
No, I think they call less. I think the officials call less now because they don't want to get to the 5. The second and fourth quarter usually is where it matters the most.
Yeah.
You know, you get in the bonus in the first quarter and you're in the bonus till halftime. Where this way, you know, it starts over again at the quarter breaks. So I don't know. They say it speeds up the game. I'm not so sure it's true. I'm not so sure the game needs sped up, to be honest.
Rules changes are coming down the pike. We're adding divisions. That's imminent, and the shot clock is imminent in high school basketball as well.
7 divisions in basketball.
Here's Aquaviva in the lane on a give and go. Back to Baker, who lays it in. Pretty look that time. And the finish. On the right side of the floor. Now it comes out on top to Corey Herman. Herman in the lane, pushes it up and through. He has 5 on the night. Edgerton, a 3-for-5 start from the field.
Yeah, looks like that youngster has pretty good touch. That was kind of a runner, and he shot it nicely.
Coming back in transition. Minnick can't finish. The rebound to Edgerton, and walk up to a trailing 3 for Herman. No good. Rebound to Aquaviva for the Eastside Blazers. 3:40 left here in this first quarter. Baker in the lane. Runner is good. Nolan Baker has both Eastside field goals. It's 8-4.
He's just a sophomore.
Left to right comes Krantz. Krantz on a crossover. Gives it up now to Joel Walkup. Flips it out to Herman. Wraps it around now to Krantz. Krantz at the foul line. Here is Walkup coming over. Both teams man-to-man here. We anticipated that from the get-go. Now it's Baker. Tonight's first sub waiting at the table. Freshman Kellen Sanchez. Pick and pop for Walkup. Slices it inside, and Weaver beat Eastside to the spot and laid it in.
Yeah, strong take to the basket there by Weaver.
10-4 Edgerton on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Here's Clayton Minnick. Dribble drive into the lane. He trying to get something going. Fade away in the paint. No good. Another rebound for the Bulldogs. It's Baker who comes away with it. Now to Walkup running the floor. Back to Herman. Gives it right back to Walkup. He picks his dribble up on the low block. 2:35 to go. Here's Krantz into the corner to Weaver. Weaver nearly had it knocked away by Baker. Weaver now in triple threat position. Comes top of the key. And into the hands of Joel Walkup. Walkup to Krantz. Krantz a step below the foul line. His 13-footer is too strong. And the rebound off that miss to Clayton Minnick. Minnick up ahead now to Loden Johnson. Pull up three, no. And it's Weaver who tracks down the loose ball. No offensive rebounds yet in this game.
Interesting.
2 minutes to play in the first. 10-4 Edgerton. Ball possession to Edgerton. Baker hands to Herman. Herman slices to the foul line, spins. Nice pump fake to get Baker up. Then he got the block of the shot. That's where that length of Nolan Baker came in.
Yeah, nice long arms and knocked that away pretty easily.
Now into the painted area. The kick out goes to E.J. Miller. 3-ball, no good. Board, though, offensively put back up and in. There's your first offensive rebound. It's Aquaviva.
And a strong one there. Nice job of getting that, getting under control and powering it up. Well done.
So it's Edgerton possession. Inside, a shot no good, and then the rebound of the miss goes to Loden Johnson. Coming down on a minute to play in the first quarter, 10-6 Edgerton. They've led from the beginning. Aquaviva over to the left point to Nolan Baker. Multiple subs waiting to come in. We've had extended play here for a little while. Double high stack coming left. It's E.J. Miller. Miller now to Minnick. Minnick between the circles. Minnick, dribble drive, backdoor cut, reverse, or that, not a reverse layup, it's just a lay-in for Loden Johnson. Good set that time.
Pretty bounce pass by Nolan Baker to the shooter. That was well done.
And that brings the lead down to a pair, 10-8 Dogs. 30 seconds left. First quarter. Baker swings it over to Krantz. Krantz in the lane to Weaver. Inside, muscles it up, no good, but he's going to be fouled.
Take your pick. 3 green shirts around him. One of them got him if it hitting all 3.
Al Radlinski with the call. It'll be Nolan Baker. So Weaver to shoot 2. First free throws of the game. And Weaver, no good on that one. Let's check the subs. Kellen Sanchez is in for Maddox Baker. Knurk waiting to see if Weaver hits the free throws. Meanwhile, for Eastside, Ryder Reed, a senior, is in, and Connor Ablanap is also in. Second one, no good. The board to Baker. Now Baker gives to Reed. Reed up ahead to Minnick from downtown. No. And out of bounds off of Eastside.
Yeah, Baker followed his shot and couldn't grab it. Tried to tip it to a teammate, but tipped it out of bounds instead.
That'll leave 19 seconds for Edgerton, up 10-8. Full court pressure now from the Blazers. Ball inbounded to Krantz. Now to Herman. Near side of the floor to Walkup. Baseline drive Sanchez. Now to Knurk as he dribble drives. He's hacked. And Caden Knurk will shoot a pair.
And the Eastside Blazer just left his feet trying to block the shot. And that was a mistake.
That's 2 on Nolan Baker now, a starter. By the way, you look at that Edgerton lineup, Heis, or not just lineup, just roster, and how many dads we broadcast alone.
Yeah, that makes you feel old.
It sure does.
A lot of Edgerton names on there. I like that. There for a while, and I didn't even recognize half the kids, but some more Edgerton names again now. That's good.
Free throw by Knurk was good. His second one is no good. Rebound to Baker, who stays in there with his 2 fouls. Ahead to Miller. They want one shot, 4 seconds. Ryder Reed has it with 3, with 2. It's a fadeaway, lost it, gave it up. Baker shot, it's good. Count it, Nolan Baker just beat the horn. And we'll end one quarter of basketball tied at 11 on Throwback Night on B-Rock Sports.
You work hard for your money. That's why we see to it that your money works hard for you, not someone else. At Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, our earnings belong to our members and go right back to work for you, from better rates to lower fees. We've got the products and people to help you build a more fantastic future every step of the way. Join 14,000 other people just like you who want to do more with their money. Imagine a different possibility at Midwest Community Federal Credit Union.
Peltz Lumber Company in Montpelier and Pioneer has some exciting news. Not only has Peltz been bringing you the finest in building materials for generations, now they have a new website with a huge selection of items for you to browse right at your fingertips and in your own home. Just go to peltzlumber.com and hit the products button, and there it is. Tools, hardware, lumberyard and building materials, windows, doors, kitchen and bath. Check out the items you need and the prices, and stop by the store in Montpelier or Pioneer, or give them a call at 419-485-3059. Peltz Lumber, building for a new generation.
11-11, Edgerton and Eastside. Ric Heisler joining me tonight, coaxing him out of retirement for the evening. And, hey, we appreciate you being here and missing a grandson's basketball game, so we know how important Edgerton's always been to you, though.
Absolutely. Wouldn't have probably done this anywhere else, to be honest.
Inside, a shot is blocked, but a foul's going to go on Applenapp, and it will put Knurk back on the line.
I'm assuming you see me checking my phone. I'm hoping to get updates on
who's in charge of that.
Well, Annie, so that could be a mess. Maybe Ken will take over, and then we'll be all right.
Free throw is no good by Knurk.
Is he the kid that was a pretty good golfer for
brother?
Edgerton? That was his brother?
Yep.
Okay.
I think he's okay. I think he's out and is okay, but Eston was the brother that was pretty good. I'm not going to say that for sure because I don't want to minimize if Caden is good too. But yes, both pretty good. 12-11, Edgerton goes back out in front.
Funny how you have an interest in someone else's golf game when you have a grandkid that plays.
3 is good from Minnick. Clayton Minnick drills it. By the way, 5 of 14 for Eastside in that first quarter from the field. Edgerton, a solid 4 of 9. And Edgerton now down for the first time tonight, but it's short-lived on a hard take by Joel Walkup and finish.
Good strength that time by Walkup. He took a couple of Eastside Blazers with him.
14-14. You know, Heist, we've seen almost 9 minutes of basketball. These two teams appear to be pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, they look to be fine. Maybe a little more beef for Eastside in a couple positions, but
Loden Johnson handling between the circles. Johnson backs it out now by the volleyball spiking line. Goes cross court over to Miller. EJ looking. Backdoor cut, Minnick, not there. Walkup's on him. They're running scissors cut along the baseline. Miller's pull-up jumper, no good. Putback, though, is good after the offensive rebound by Connor Applenapp. Applenapp has his first 2 of the game. And it's 16-14 Blazers. 6.5 to go first half. Spin dribble and a kick out to Herman. Herman around to Krantz now. Right foul line extended to a cutting. Open post cut. Knurk doesn't get the lay in to go. The board to Minnick and Eastside. Minnick into the corner for a 3 ball. Ryder Reed, no. Put back, though, is good.
So far, this has been fun. Both teams playing pretty well.
That was Johnson who loaded back up and put it home for Eastside. 18-14 Blazers for their biggest lead of the game. In the lane, shot is blocked of Sanchez, but a foul coming down on him, says Scott Budemeyer.
Swung that arm. You swing that arm, they're going to call it.
E.J. Miller gets his first.
Too bad they couldn't have found about 6 of the older officials to board this game. Not sure they'd be mobile enough for just 3.
Sanchez good on the first free throw. Scott Budemeyer's a veteran.
He's been around a while. So was Al. But
yeah.
You know what? I don't think either one of those guys ever teed me. That's something right there.
I got one for you.
Okay.
He got out of the game and came back to the game. I don't know if you've had him yet, but I did Brian Defiance, Steve Trout back officiating.
Yeah, I talked to Phil Muehlfeld, and he said he had seen Steve a couple places.
Second free throw was no good. It's 18-15 Blazers. Here comes a half-court trap from Edgerton. Reed for Eastside. Skip pass over to E.J. Miller on the wing. Dumps it down low to Aquaviva. Backdoor cut. Lay-in is good with a finger roll. Loden Johnson.
Yeah, nice baseline drive and finger roll at the end.
20-15 Blazers. Sanchez from the corner out to Herman. He'll attack off the left side. Layup no good, but a foul on Clayton Minnick. And 2 free throws for Corey Herman.
And you always worry when kids go to the basket in this smaller gym. There's not much room on that end. You're into the padding very quickly. Herman that time kind of hit his leg on up against the padding. I was afraid he hurt an ankle, but he didn't.
Here's Herman shooting the first of 2. Buries it. He has 6 tonight. If you're just joining us, we're in Edgerton at the old high school. The facility being used tonight as a throwback game between Edgerton 2-6 and 4-5 Eastside. Been close so far, 20-16 Blazers. Trap in the corner, tried to go to the short corner entry. It's denied away, and then Edgerton nearly gave it right back. By the way, only 2 turnovers for each team. Krantz from downtown hit the side of the board. Rebound to Edgerton. That putback is no good. And finally, a board for Eastside, sweeping the glass. And now Herman in the backcourt, guilty of the foul. And that's just Edgerton's second total foul of the game. It's been a well-played game with 4 combined turnovers and that just being a second foul on Edgerton.
Shooting percentages are decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun so far.
Maddox Baker back in for Kellen Sanchez for Edgerton. Meanwhile, on the east side of things, Nolan Baker, who has 7 to lead Eastside, is on the floor again. There's that 1-2-2 half-court trap from the Bulldogs. Miller to the far side to Reed. Reed comes back to Miller, left point. Now to the foul line to Baker. Extra pass to Minnick from downtown, no good. Offensive rebound put back, that won't go. And now Edgerton off the rebound. It's Walkup bringing it. Hangs in the air, can't score though. And on that east side board by Aquaviva, he's going to be fouled.
Strong take there, but I think it got tipped. The ball got tipped, and he lost it in his hands a little bit on the way up.
That will be number 2 on Noah Weaver. First Bulldog into any kind of foul difficulty. Nolan Baker has 2 for Eastside. 20-16 Blazers. 4:40 left in the first half here on B-Rock 100.9. A runner, that should be an easy call of a charge. That's number 3 on Baker as Herman took the charge.
Yeah, he was out of control. Had he jump stop and shot it off glass on the way in there, he probably had 2, but he lowered his head and took it to him, and that's a charge, no question.
Probably going to do it for Baker for the half, you assume, with his 3rd foul. Loden Johnson replaces him. Maddox Baker left to right across the timeline to Herman. Herman now to Walkup. Walkup slashing left side. Flips it back out to Baker. Baker nearly has his pocket pick, but Edgerton able to recover it. Off of a skip pass, a 3 on the way, no good from Walkup. The rebound to Eastside. It's brought up by Loden Johnson, who grabbed the rebound. Now into the interior to Aquaviva. Double down on him. Back out to Ryder Reed. Reed in the lane. The floater is good. Ryder Reed's first field goal of the night.
A little shorter than the big kids in there, and he just put it up softly, way up off the, it was all touch, but way up over the top.
22-16 Eastside here on the Andres O'Neill & Lowe scoreboard. 3:48 left in the half. Baker got Johnson off his feet on the pump fake and drew the foul, and Maddox will shoot 2.
Coaches talk about not leaving your feet. And the kids do it anyhow. You get a block and everybody goes crazy, but most of the time you end up with a foul.
Loden Johnson's first. Maddox Baker to shoot a pair. Trying to get into the scoring column here tonight for the first time. Unable to do so with that first free throw.
Impressed with Edgerton's numbers as far as kids coming out. A lot of these small schools anymore, the numbers are way down, but Edgerton has a bunch of them. I like it.
Girls basketball, there's a handful of teams we're only seeing 2 quarters of JV.
Yeah. Kenna plays on Fairview's JVs. They've had a couple JV games canceled.
22-17. Nobody turned the dribbler Miller. He got in the lane and drew a foul.
He
come down. Yeah, he's
hobbling a little bit.
Now every step he takes is a little bit better as he tweaked that ankle. Sanchez got the foul. And for Sanchez, it's his first. And these will be the first free throws of the night for Eastside. And E.J. Miller will take them with 3:38 left in the half. 22-17. And that's what it stays as Miller hits the free throw off the heel and no good. Next broadcast game will be Thursday night. It's boys basketball, Eden at Stryker. Girls basketball, Archbold at Bryan on Friday night. And then off the second miss, we're going to get an offensive rebound and traveling violation on Eastside.
Yeah, he stumbled a little bit when he came down with it and switched pivot feet. Correct call.
Next Saturday night, we'll see Edgerton again. It'll be Pettisville in town next Saturday. Drive by Baker, and a tough call going against Aquaviva that time. Looked like he got all balls and blocking it off the board, but they're going to get him for a little body, and that'll be Noah's first for the Eastside Blazers, and back to the line goes Baker.
Baker went to the glass hard, and again, the Eastside kid left his feet. I agree with you. I'm not sure that he got him much, maybe with the body.
Baker 1 of 2 on the night, now 1 for 3 as that foul shot goes in and out, no good. 22-17 Eastside with 3:31 to play in the first half. The next offering, good. So Maddox Baker 2 of 4 on the night, 22-18 now. Here's Aquaviva, left of the lane, lost the dribble, out of bounds. That'll be the 5th Eastside turnover. Edgerton still is only committed 2.
Nice man-to-man defense that time by Herman. He tried to cross over. The Blazer tried to cross over, and Herman hit it off with his knee.
Walk-up drive, kick. It's a rainbow 3 for Maddox Baker. And Edgerton back within 1. 22-21 Blazers. Eastside possession against this half-court man, right to left. Here's Minnick on the right side. Gives it up on the wing to Miller. Miller on a give right back to Minnick. Pinned on the baseline, fades, fires, no good. Offensive rebound, though, to Eastside, and a reset to Loden Johnson. Johnson working high left dribble. Johnson now picks that dribble up into the painted area to Reed. Reed, kick out to Miller for 3. No. Rebound Eastside. Reed, finger roll up, no good. And finally, a rebound to Edgerton and to Corey Herman. Herman has it now on the left point. 2.5 to go in the half. 22-21 Eastside. But Edgerton can take the lead back with this trip. Here's Herman. Off the left side, to the rim, off glass. It goes in for Corey Herman.
Well done. He was bumped a little bit, but stayed enough under control to get that off the glass and in.
And Edgerton reclaims the lead. 23-22. They're on an 8-0 run. Wild take by Minnick. No good. He's going to get bailed out by a blocking foul on Edgerton. I think they got walk-up.
The call was made by an out official. That play happened was right in front of Al Lewinsky, and I think that's what Coach is talking about. How can you call that when it's right in front of you, that other referee?
So Clayton Minnick, the leading scorer at 14 a game, will go to the line to shoot 2, and he hits the first. That's just his 4th point of the game. We are tied again, this time at 23. Second one is good by Minnick.
Release looks very smooth. You can see why he scores some points.
5 on the night for Minnick. Blazers back out on top at the 2-minute mark, 24-23. Swinging around to Krantz on the left point. Krantz comes high right. A little zone look now from Eastside, 2-3. We were told mostly man, but if it's any zone, it would be a little 2-3. Here's Krantz. Krantz looks to the interior, not there. His pass deflected and intercepted. That'll be a 3rd turnover, and it's Loden Johnson who came down with it. Johnson going to be fouled from behind. And that personal foul is going to get Walkup into foul trouble because that'll be number 2 on him. And going to the line will be Loden Johnson for 2.
Both teams in the bonus the rest of the way.
Good on the first one. 7 on the night for Loden Johnson to match the team lead in scoring with Baker. And Baker, after the hot start, quickly got into foul difficulty. He has 3 and is on the bench. 25-23 Blazers. Second one, no good by Johnson. And the rebound to Herman. Bulldog possession, 90 seconds to play in the half. Eastside up 25-23.
Still in the zone.
Krantz on the wing. Pulls up on the dribble. Throws a deep skip pass over to the left side. Herman. Extra pass to Baker. Dribble drive. Jump stop in the lane. Couple of head and ball fakes. His kick-out pass is tapped away by Ryder Reed, but going to be chased down by Sanchez. Sanchez over to Krantz. Krantz on the right side. Krantz, they're trapping a little out of that 2-3-2.
Very aggressive zone, doing a nice job with it.
Here's Herman. Once it gets it, 3 is off the side, no good. On the rebound, Minnick for Eastside. He'll go the other way, get glass and score. Clayton Minnick. Good take that time by Minnick. 4-point Eastside lead, 27-23, 48 seconds left in the half. See if Edgerton wants just one. Herman between the circles. High right side to Krantz. Baseline right, Sanchez. Top of the key, Herman. Extra pass left wing over now to Baker. David Prokop imploring his defense into Sanchez. One to throw one extra pass. It's going to be off the knee of Knurk and knocked out of bounds.
And that could have been, he probably should have shot that. Trying to be unselfish, trying to make the extra pass, and it wasn't controlled and went out of bounds. Eastside's ball.
27-23, and now Eastside. David Prokop wants one. Minnick between the circles. Couple of high screens waiting to be set. Drive and kick out now to Johnson. 15 on the clock. Johnson, is there a foul on Baker? Yes, there is, as he crashed into Johnson pretty hard.
Well, Baker knocked the ball loose and then went after it, and as you said, a lot of contact.
And Loden Johnson returns to the free throw line for the Eastside Blazers. Eastside 4-5, Edgerton 2-6. 27-23 Eastside. Throwback night in Edgerton here at the old gym. Johnson misses badly on the first one.
Well, they can't complain about the fan-shaped backboards anymore.
No.
It's been a couple of years.
I know one thing, Heiss. I look at Ryder Reed, and you and I are both jealous of that kid. He has got great hair.
Oh, yes.
Second free throw was no good, and then we're going to get a foul on an over-the-back on Connor Atlanap, his second. Leaves 12.8 on the clock, and it's a two-shot foul for Knurk.
Of course, to be honest, I'm jealous with every kid out there. Maybe not the couple refs, but...
They tried to get, by the way, going back to the steps, they tried to get a pot together, I've heard, to try to see how high they could go to get you to run steps. And here's the real question, and why it'll lead into a story, and we can talk about our good friend that we lost recently in Neil Blue Spangler. But coming up the steps, did you have to take a 20 halfway up?
No, I did not.
All right. Because that was a running joke that when you were going to get out of retirement.
Yep.
We'll talk about Blue at halftime.
Yeah. Good man.
Second free throw was no good. Eastside wants one. 4 seconds on the clock. Squaring, firing. Aquavina no good. And that was a long two, and that's the way the half will come to an end. Eastside going to take a lead into the locker room on the Andres O'Neill & Lowe scoreboard. We will start our main stops of Northwest Ohio halftime show when we come back. 27-23 Eastside on Throwback Night on B-Rock Sports.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call your State Farm agent, Jody Herman, in downtown Archbold today.
Hello, I'm Paul Rorig Jr.
And I'm Sierra with the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio.
Are you searching for a lasting memorial to honor your loved ones? Let us guide you through the entire process of choosing a memorial with compassion and care.
Come visit our showroom. We have the largest indoor display in the tri-state area.
Fackler Monument Company, where 3 generations of tradition and trust come together.
Visit our website at facklermonument.com. We have been serving families in the tri-state area since 1924.
Beat the chill at Knocking Point Outfitters. Thaw heating products, rechargeable seats, hand warmers, and heated wraps for cold weather comfort. Grab a gift card for the perfect outdoor gift. Visit them on County Road 17, just south of U.S. Route 6, outside of Bryan. Knocking Point Outfitters, your warmth destination.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services and see how soon you can get a Lennox home comfort system that'll help improve your health and your mood. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call us today at 1-800-329-4040 or visit us at starksphs.com.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Field Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Field Supply Center in Blakesley and not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Field Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Field Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
Welcome back here to Edgerton on Throwback night tonight. It is 27-23, Eastside leading Edgerton. This is the halftime show brought to you by the Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. Let's dive into the numbers from the first half. Individual numbers, Corey Herman with 8, Maddox Baker with 5, Scotty Krantz with 3, Joel Walkup 2, Caden Knirk 2, Noah Weaver 2, and Kellen Sanchez with 1. For the Blazers, pretty balanced scoring tonight. Loden Johnson 7, Clayton Minnick 7, Nolan Baker 7. 2 each for Ryder Reed, Noah Aquaviva, and Connor Aplanat. Shooting the basketball, neither team doing a great job. Edgerton 7 of 18 from the field, 3 of 7 shooting threes tonight. Eastside has gotten up 28 shots. They're 11 of 28, just 2 of 9 shooting threes. Edgerton has gotten to, I didn't realize it until going through the numbers, Edgerton's been to the free throw line a ton, but not done very well. 6 of 16 shooting free throws. Eastside is 3 of 6. Rebounds, Eastside almost a 2-1 edge. They are 19-10 on the backboard. Turnovers are close. Edgerton with 4. Eastside's committed 5. We'll take a short break. 27-23. Eastside leads Edgerton. Back to Edgerton on Throwback Night in just a moment. Statistics show that for most crops, pivot irrigation increases yields by at least 100% over dryland farming. Even in areas that get enough rainfall, timing is everything. If it doesn't come at just the right time, you could be losing yield. Maximize your production with pivots and linears from Valley Irrigation. Make the most of your acres. Contact Andy Farnham at AG Irrigation today, 419-212-2528. That's 419-212-2528.
Hi, this is Tammy Bergman with Andrews, O'Neill & Lowe Insurance Agency. Andrews, O'Neill & Lowe has cared for our neighbors for a century. We believe when communities are strong, everyone benefits. From your family to your assets, your employees to your business. We're proud to partner with Central Insurance to protect what matters most to you, because you are what matters most to us. Here's to the next 100 years of delivering on our promise to provide peace of mind on good days and when facing the unexpected. Learn more at AndrewsO'NeillandLowe.com.
This spring, pick your power. Steel fuel-powered equipment delivers proven performance and efficiency, and the Steel Lightning battery system delivers the power to do more on a single charge. Get the all-new BGA 45 battery-powered blower for just $129.95, or pick the popular MS-170 chainsaw for just $179.95. Pick your power, and then pick up a Steel. All prices BES SRP at participating retailers.
See Black Swamp Equipment or go to blackswampequipment.net. The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. See Danielle Van Atta of Danielle Van Atta Agency today. She can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Phone Danielle Van Atta today at 419-636-0408. Welcome back out here to Edgerton, Ohio, 27-23. We briefly touched on somebody we wanted to talk a little bit, and I'm glad actually that you're here doing this game with me, because one of our original broadcast teams that we met when we first started doing this back in that 93 year was Larry Christie, who has been gone from us, taken from us far too young, and his broadcast partner, Neil Blue Spangler. And Blue just passed away a couple of months ago, and want to express our thoughts and condolences to him, his entire family, the extended WMTR family as well. Larry and Blue were mentors to you and I getting into the broadcast world. Just terrific guys to be around.
Very, very good people. And as you said, you know, you would work football, I think, and that was it. And we talked to them different times, before games and after games once in a while, and they are always good about giving us advice. And I used Blue's a system for keeping the stats back then, and they were so good to us throughout, and even at state tournament a couple times.
Yeah, there's two really funny stories, and I can go ahead and I can share it now, right? Hey, so they had started a new. Larry says on the air to Blue, "Hey Blue, we got a new format we're trying out tonight." And it was a legit new radio format that they were doing. And Blue says to Larry, "What do you mean we're doing it sober?"
Yep.
That's a great story. And then the other one that I just heard was Larry was on the air, and it was after a big Archibald win. I don't know if it was tournament or for a league championship or whatever. But LC was killing time waiting on Rabbit, Doug Krause, to come up and talk to him. Well, meantime, Blue's segment had already ended, and he's out hobnobbing. And Larry takes his headset off and says, "Blue, I'm dying here. Can you come over?" Because they're waiting on Rabbit. And the guy that told me the story was in the circle, the conversation with Blue, and said, "Larry will be just fine. He doesn't need me." He never went back to the table at all. He left LC just dying there on the air.
Well, that doesn't surprise me, but that's funny. I hadn't heard that one. Those guys were just spectacular people. Archibald lost some very good, not only the MTR and the radio losing good announcers, but good Archibald fans when they weren't on the radio, and just all around great people. We had a lot of fun with them through the years.
Boy, we sure did. They are missed, and our thoughts and prayers go out to Neil Blue Spangler's family. 27-23, Eastside up. Second half from Edgerton when we come back.
Edgerton High School sports fans, get ready to turn your home into a showroom with Days Carpet in downtown Edgerton. Their flooring is a slam dunk for creating the perfect atmosphere for your family. Transform your space with their quality and stylish options. Open Monday through Friday from 1 to 5 and Saturday from 9:30 to noon. They're here to assist you in scoring big with the perfect flooring for your home. So whether you're hosting a pregame party or enjoying the thrill of a victory at home, Days Carpet has you covered. Visit them in downtown Edgerton today.
I'm here at Fackler Monument in Montpelier, Ohio, with Sierra and Paul Rory Jr., the new owners. But really, Paul, your family has been serving the area for a long time.
That's right, Tim. We're the third generation, and it all started with my Grandpa George.
Paul, many people are being cremated. Are there memorial options for cremation?
Many people still choose a headstone in which the ashes are placed under the monument and sealed within the stone. There's cremation benches where the ashes are placed in the legs of the bench, and there's also columbariums.
So, Sierra, there are many shapes and styles to choose from, whether a traditional burial or cremation?
That's right, and we understand that it can be a little overwhelming. That's why it's important to come talk to us so that we can guide you with our experience to help you pre-plan. Our experienced team realizes that it's not easy to select a memorial in a time of sorrow, so we invite you to come visit with us as part of your pre-planning.
Go online to facklermonument.com to see what we have to offer.
The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families in the tri-state area since 1924.
Back out here, ready to start the second half. Eastside basketball. They'll go with their starters of Johnson, Miller, Minnick, Baker, and Aquaviva. Edgerton going with Krantz, Baker, Herman, Walkup, and Weaver. It'll be brought in. By the way, Baker's got to be very cautious. He starts the second half with 3 personals. Has the ball right now. Wants to go off the dribble right side. Had it knocked free, but right into the hands of Clayton Minnick. Minnick handling. Minnick on the wing. Nice spin to get a better shot, and that one just wouldn't go. And the rebound secured by Baker.
Everything nice except the shot itself. He wasn't very fundamental.
Off the take now. Here comes Weaver. Step back, no good.
He just kind of threw it.
And the board to Minnick in transition. Minnick all the way into the lane and scores.
You can tell he's a scorer. He knows where to go with the basketball.
It's easy. They're easy to pick out on teams. I mean,
most teams, absolutely. Yep. We got some kids that they get it in their hand and they're rolling it to get the seams.
Here's Krantz, top the key. Edgerton moving right to left. Over to Herman now. This is high school basketball throwback style on WBNO FM Bryan. Across the 8 o'clock hour tonight. Happy to have you with us. 29-23, Eastside leading Edgerton. Blazers are 4-5. Edgerton 2-6. Top of the key, Baker with it now. Man-to-man look still from Eastside. They did show a little 2-3 there in that second quarter. Walk up on the wing. He's playing with 2 fouls. Now it goes to Krantz, who kisses it home.
Yeah, well, down there they executed their offense very well and got a great shot down just inside the right square.
Scotty Krantz capable, 29-25 Blazers. Right side, Baker has it for Eastside on the wing. Here's Baker to the foul line. Shovels it back now to E.J. Miller. Miller out between the circles near midcourt. Bounce pass to the high post to Baker. Baker, right elbow, backs it out now to the right point. Open post cut into Minnick. Layup, though, is blown and no good. Another board for Walkup. And Walkup slashes to the goal, just unable to get the finish at the rim as Loden Johnson rebounds the miss. Now to Miller off the left side. His driving layup is no good. Weaver with the rebound. Suddenly both rims seemingly have a seal on them off the dribble drive attempts.
Mostly off of broken plays as opposed to out of their offense.
Here's Baker with the basketball, top side. Over on the wing to Weaver. Weaver over Baker. Baker, they wait for their cut through the lane. Now it's Herman. Jump shot on the way. Good. Corey Herman for 2.
And Eastside's Baker was right beside him and had to let him shoot it. He couldn't get his 4th foul.
That gets Herman into double figures with 10. 29-27 Eastside. Here's Miller on the attack along the baseline for the Blazers. Finds Baker. Baker, spin move on Herman to get glass. No good. It'll be steps on Baker. 6 turnover.
Wow, didn't see that.
Checking in, Ryder Reed for Eastside in place of E.J. Miller.
Their coach didn't say anything, so it must have been a walk.
Walking it up now is Krantz, who gives to Baker in the half-court set. High post to Scotty Krantz. Floats it inside, wide open. Walkups is swatted away by Baker. The big fella says, get it out of here.
With 3 fouls, and he waved that arm. That was brave.
On the left point, Loden Johnson. Johnson on the right side to Reed. Reed gets a high ball screen from Aquaviva. Reed shuffles it off now to Johnson. Now it's Aquaviva. Great post position. They had a mismatch, but Weaver on the help came and took it away.
Yeah, he brought the ball down, and Weaver was there to take it out of his hands.
Spin move by Walkup. Pick and pop for Weaver. Now back to Walkup. 4:25 left, third quarter. 29-27 Eastside. Around the horn, 3 in the lead. No from Scotty Krantz, and out of bounds over to Eastside.
Got a pretty good shot, just wouldn't go for him.
It'll be inbounded by Loden Johnson. Clayton Minnick, the senior, will bring it up. Minnick left to right across the timeline. Minnick over to the high left side, walk up on him. Minnick all the way inside to the lane, traveled with it on a kick out. That'll be a 3rd turnover in the quarter for Eastside, 8 on the night.
Yeah, he kind of stumbled coming through the key. Whether he got bumped, we don't know, but they got him for a walk.
David Prokop thinks he got bumped. He was pleading his case to Jeremy T.G. on that far side.
No, not since you mentioned that. I think Coach is right.
Going left, it's handed off to Baker. A 3 over over Nolan Baker. And Maddox Baker's 3 is no good. Up ahead now, it's Loden Johnson.
That reminded me of the Max Neihart threes, wasn't it? Max that had real high arcs.
Yeah, he did. That's a good call.
That was a couple years ago, too.
Here's Minnick to the rim, and 1. Clayton Minnick. Chance at a 3-point play.
I think they got Walkup,
which will be his 3rd. First Edgerton player to get to 3 fouls. And Clayton Minnick to try to finish the conventional 3-point play as Caden Knirk will come to the table. throw is good. And that will give Minnick the and one officially. 12 for him. 4, 5, 7, 9, yep, 12 for Clayton Minnick. Right side, Baker. Top of the key to Weaver. Now on the left point. Weaver shuffles it off now to Canuck. 32-27 Eastside. 3:25 left in the third. Foul line extended on the right side now on an open post cut. Canuck from Weaver. Double down on Canuck. Tries to split through it. Nothing to do there. Has to rotate it out to Baker. Krantz, extra pass. 3-ball in the corner from Herman. No, it flipped over the top and into the hands of Loden Johnson. Johnson to Reed. Reed on the baseline. Hands it to Minnick. Minnick close out on him. Krantz. Minnick. Hedge and help now on a switch. Weaver. Back over to Reed. Reed dribble drive. Reed's floater is good. Ryder Reed for 2. Timeout on the floor. It's Eastside who wants the timeout. And will take it with them. 2:50 left in the third. Eastside with their biggest lead, 34-27.
Attention Bryan shoppers, are you in the market for high quality appliances and furniture? Look no further than Direct Link Appliance and Furniture. They have a wide selection of Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid appliances, as well as service on all makes and models. And coming soon, they'll be carrying Ashley Furniture and Jameson mattresses. Don't miss out on unbelievable prices and top-notch services on everything you need to turn your house into a home. Visit Direct Link Appliance and Furniture in Bryan today.
By the way, while I have a quick opportunity, I want to thank the Edgerton schools for agreeing to partner with me on my now full-time job. Did you ever think that would happen, that I'd have
No.
a different full-time job?
No, I did not.
I'm sure that took you and a lot of people by surprise. But thanks to that partnership with the teacher, the staff, the faculty, and then here tonight, we cleared just under, I think, unofficially, just under $1,000. I mean, actually, no, I think we made it over just over $1,000 as I did my projections. Maddox Baker's 3, no good. Offensive rebound, though, to Edgerton. Yeah, just over $1,000. So big thanks to Edgerton and the community. They always do a terrific job in supporting not just the United Way, but a lot of different nonprofits and a lot of different organizations.
Yes, very, very supportive. You always talked about the fact that if you had an Edgerton ball game, you could get a lot of sponsors to support the teams and support the kids, and that's very good.
Nolan Baker just collected his 4th foul. E.J. Miller will have to come get him at the 2:15 mark of the third quarter. 34-27, Eastside leads Edgerton. Scott Budemeyer hands it to Scotty Krantz, who brings it into Canuck. Canuck out to Herman. Back into the corner, set play on the inbounds. It's a 3 for Krantz, no good. The last 5 shots that Edgerton has taken have been 3s. They're all misses, and in fact, they've missed 6 in a row overall.
It might be getting a little bit of what we used to call the 3 fever. Run that offense. When they run it, they get some balls down on the square.
Herman picked up his 2nd personal, and now Eastside has a chance to add to their lead, up 34-27. Minnick on the wing. Minnick pick and roll into Aquaviva. Aquaviva had it knocked low, and he had to go down and get it, and then it's going to be a reach to try to dig it out. And that reaching foul will be Maddox Baker getting his 2nd.
Well, that was a mismatch height-wise, and Baker doing all he could to not let him get that shot up. And he'll take the foul there.
Minnick into Johnson. Johnson out to Miller. Minnick coming all the way around. And then the turnover is a forced pass that time by Miller, intercepted by Canuck. 4 third-quarter turnovers for Eastside, 9 on the game. Baker touches it over to Krantz. Still 34-27 Blazers. Minute 35 left in the third. Baker from the volleyball line over to the right point to Canuck. Canuck snaps it back to Baker. Eastside and Edgerton have both been man-to-man exclusively in the third quarter. Canuck, a deep 3 on the right side, no good. And the rebound, Johnson going to be fouled by Canuck.
Yeah, Canuck following the shot and tried to make up for the miss by getting the ball back, and he fouled doing so.
That's the first foul on Canuck, but the 4th team foul. So if Edgerton commits another, and now a turnover, Miller's pass is way too high for Minnick and sails here into the permanent seats. That's the side we're on, same location that we did games here for about a decade.
Spent a lot of time in this area.
Yeah. 34-27 here and
never mind.
around. Just around.
Just around.
Just around.
Yeah.
Left side, Krantz skips it over now to Herman. Herman to Baker. Well, they can't expel you now.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Send me to Vietnam?
Turnover Edgerton to Eastside. The run-out lay-in is no good. Off that miss, coming back the other way. Krantz in transition. It's a blocking foul, and count it. Aquaviva gets the foul. Krantz the 2 and a chance at 3.
Nice take by Krantz there. He anticipated the contact, and I wasn't sure he was going to make the shot, but he got it up and in and was hacked.
So that will end 7 straight misses for Edgerton after that Krantz make, and now a chance at a 3-point play. He has 7 on the game and stays at 7 as he misses the free throw. The board to Ryder Reed. Reed into the half-court offense. 35 seconds left in this third quarter. 34-29 Eastside. Dribble drive baseline. Johnson fouled on the way by Knurk. So that will put Loden Johnson on the line shooting 2. That second foul is on Caden Knurk. 1 for 4 tonight is Loden Johnson. Line drives that one home. 35-29 Eastside. 29.6 to play, quarter number 3. Here's the next offering. That one's good. Minnick, Johnson, and Baker, the scorers for this Eastside team tonight, and for most of the season. And when you look at the numbers, here's Krantz going right side, turns it back to the left elbow. Kick out now to Knurk. Knurk in the lane, drops it out to Herman. 3 ball, no good. And the rebound out of bounds belongs to the Blazers. And they'll have 15 seconds left in quarter number 3. 36-29 Eastside. Some token three-quarter court pressure from Edgerton. Actually now fall back into a 1-2-2. Saw some of this in the first half. Aquaviva over to Ryder Reed in the corner to Miller. 6 to shoot. Back to Reed. Top side to Johnson. Fadeaway 3, no good. Rebound put back, no good. And that is how the quarter comes to an end. We go to the final 8 minutes of basketball on Throwback Night here in Edgerton. It's Eastside 36, Edgerton 29. It's Saturday Hoops on B-Rock Sports.
Edgerton Forge, located on US 6 just outside of Edgerton, are proud supporters of Edgerton Bulldog athletes. Looking for a new career? Apply online at edgertonforge.com/careers or stop in and see them for an application and tour the facility at 257 East Morrison Street in Edgerton, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Join them as they forge into the future. Good luck and play tough tonight. Go Bulldogs! Painting in the winter is now a possibility with Clark & Kensington's low VOC, making the paint smell very low. And Clark & Kensington is also ultra durable, resists cracking, peeling, and flaking, and provides a mold and mildew resistant finish, and has the primer built right in. So now is the time to freshen up the inside of your home with Clark & Kensington paint from Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan. You'll find all you need at Donaldson's, from brushes and rollers to the best paint on the market. Clark & Kensington, Donaldson's Ace Hardware in Bryan. Ace, the helpful place.
Final 8 minutes of basketball, unless we get a little bonus hoops because of overtime. 36-29, Eastside with a lead. Edgerton possession. Herman, Knurk, Krantz, Walkup, and Weaver to open this fourth quarter. Krantz off the right side, down to the baseline. Pump fake, bounces it out now to Weaver. By the way, in that quarter, Edgerton only 3 of 13 from the field. Eastside just 3 of 9. Eastside, though, adds to their lead thanks to doing some work at the free throw line. Here's an open post cut into Walkup. Flips it back out to Weaver. Weaver tosses it to Sanchez. Left point, Herman. Baseline left, Krantz. Krantz out to Herman. Around the horn it goes to Walkup. Walkup into the painted area. Picks his dribble up. Got to get out of there. Close to 3 seconds. His kick-out pass is knocked away. Sanchez goes to get it. Nobody touched it, they say, so it's an over and back. So the over and back will be the second turnover on Edgerton. They've only committed 6 tonight. It hasn't been turnovers. It's been Edgerton, 10 of 31 shooting tonight that has been their undoing, and also poor at the free throw line overall.
Yeah, and 3 fever. They're not shooting their threes very well, and that can get you in trouble.
0 for 7 in that third quarter, 3 for 14 for the night. Free throw line, Aquaviva from 15, rattles around, no good. The rebound of the miss to Edgerton, and it's walk up the right side to Herman. Herman dribble drive baseline is held on the drive, and Loden Johnson shook his head up and down, yes. And so it's Johnson, the guilty party, for number 2. Remember, Nolan Baker has 4 for Eastside. He is not in that lineup right now.
We're going to try to save him with the lead. They're going to try to save him as long as they can.
Walk up on the wing. Open post look on the cut by Herman. Instead, they'll go topside and around to the right point for 3. Krantz, no good. Offensive rebound, though, to the Bulldogs and a reset. Here's walk up, banging his way to the rim. No. And on the board by Aquaviva, a foul is going to be called. And they'll get Krantz for his first. And that's just the first on the Dogs in this fourth quarter. 6:44 remaining. 36-29 Eastside on the Andres O'Neill & Lowe scoreboard. Half-court trap from the Bulldogs. Ball reversal to Johnson. Middle of the floor to Aquaviva. Now on the wing to Ryder Reed. Reed loops it out now to Johnson. Johnson dribble drive off 1 foot. His runner is way too strong. And the rebound is going to, the possession going to stay with Eastside because Edgerton couldn't corral the board.
2 Bulldogs fighting for the same ball. You have to know who's beside you.
It'll be Clayton Minnick to inbounds. Minnick threw it left. He thought his teammate Miller was zigging. He was zagging, and that'll be an 11th turnover on the night.
I think Eldon caught it. He should have gotten in triple threat.
Well, so far, Matt and Christian Sons haven't gotten dad's genes as far as height.
No, they have not.
Great kids and are contributing to their schools. Don't get me wrong. They just don't have the height yet.
Nothing you can do about that.
Well, if you're coachable, they'll grow, right?
Yeah, I want you to be 6'5" next year.
Backing in, pump fake, shot no good by Weaver. Out of bounds, belongs to Eastside.
Man, they're just not shooting well at all. That wasn't a bad shot. It was contested a little bit, but he's a big, strong kid.
3 for 16 from the field in the second half. Trailing by 7 still, though, only 36-29. Back cut against the pressure, and Ryder Reed lays it home.
Caught the defender not seeing the ball.
Terrific ball movement against the press breaker, and now the other way, glass runner no good by Herman. Offensive rebound, though, for Edgerton. Here's a pull-up J for Krantz. That's no good. Off that rebound, it's lost, and it's going to be off the foot of Ryder Reed. He hauled it in and then had it swiped away, and as it came down, it bounced off his shoe top and out of bounds.
Nicely done by one of the Bulldogs there to get that deflection and get it off of timeout.
And that timeout comes with 5:37 left in this one. 38-29 Blazers on B-Rock Sports. Your friends at your neighborhood Eden Farmers Co-op Country Store would like to invite you to stop in at the Eden, Montpelier, and Edgerton stores to check out their complete line of pet supplies, animal feed, and outdoor products. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is ready to answer all of your questions concerning their complete line of Kalmbach, Land O'Lakes, and much, much more. For your convenience, your purchase can be carried to your vehicle by one of their employees. Be sure to stop by soon and see them at your hometown country store, the Eden Farmers Co-op.
Tierra.
Yeah. That's right. 38-29, Eastside with a lead. 5:37 to play here. See how this thing finishes. Can somebody go on a run? Can Edgerton find any kind of range from the field?
They're just going to have to hit some shots. They're not playing that badly.
Herman will try a 3. Banks it in from the right point. Maybe that'll get them going.
Banks are open. Yeah, might fire them up.
38-32 off the Herman bank. That's their first make of the fourth quarter. Minnick in the half court. 5 and change to go. Minnick down to the baseline. Picks his dribble up. Swaddled up defensively. Bounces it out to Miller. Cross court to Johnson. Johnson out high on the dribble. He's matched up with Baker. Here's a cut by Minnick. Minnick down to the block. Fade away. Good. Clayton Minnick. Scorers score, and he did. 40-32. Here's Joel Walkup gliding into the lane. Bangs it off glass and in. Joel Walkup.
Nice strong take there by Walkup.
Back-to-back makes for Edgerton. It's a 40-34 game. Wonder when they come back with Baker. Eastside, he's got 4 fouls. Here's Reed off the bounce to the rim. Stripped on the way up. Regained it and got it. How about that? Ryder Reed saw it pop out of his hands on the foul, came back to him, and in the motion, he laid it in.
The referee has not waved it in yet, has he?
It's posted. It's in. 2 and a chance at 3. Foul will be Walkup and his 4th. And Ryder Reed has 8 off the bench. And it'll stay 8 as he can't hit the free throw. And we're going to get a Krantz hold on that rebound. So Eastside will keep possession.
Wow. That's big.
Johnson was going to get the rebound, and it did look like Krantz had that arm held down so he couldn't grab it.
He's still in the who-me pose.
Knurk will come in now for Krantz, who has his second. No, it will be for Walkup, who has his 4th. That makes sense. 4:34 remaining. 42-34 Eastside. 4th quarter of throwback night in Edgerton. Minnick on the baseline left side. Minnick sizing up Herman. Now a spin move. How about that take by Minnick? And he missed it. And on the back, Aquaviva. Oh. No, they got the foul on Edgerton and an and 1.
Late whistle. I'm not sure if the ball had gone in, then he would have called that. Coach Grieser is talking to one of the other.
Hold on just a second. It is not on the make. It's on the shot that Minnick took was the call.
Well, the ball went in, didn't it?
No, it went in on a putback.
Oh, that was a putback. All right.
And now they're getting it right. Yes, it's 2 free throws for Minnick. Okay, I thought it was on the putback that they got the foul, but the late whistle was on the foul on Minnick's drive. Okay. And Minnick hits the free throw. By the way, that is number 3 on Maddox Baker. The lead goes to 9 for Eastside. 16 now for Clayton Minnick.
It's getting feisty down there.
44-34, biggest lead of the night for either team.
Knurk and Reed got a little shoving match after that foul shot.
Here's Krantz above the foul line. His pass deflected and stolen away by E.J. Miller. Miller drops it off for Minnick. Minnick on the wing, halfway home in this one. Now to the post. Aquavina lays it in.
Defender gambled for the ball for the steal. Giving him an easy layup.
And Aquaviva has helped them take a 12-point lead. 46-34 Blazers. Timeout. It's a full timeout, Edgerton.
Jason Deach Collision and Customs is Northwest Ohio's largest trailer dealer with over 300 trailers in stock, from 53-foot race trailers and custom toter homes to open deck car trailers, dump trailers, landscape trailers, and equipment trailers. But they don't just sell trailers, they service them, add options, and do repairs on any brand. Because they're racers themselves, they know how to build the trailer right for your racing needs. Stop by their Edgerton location or shop 24/7 at jasondeachtrailersales.com. If you can dream it, they can build it at Jason Deach Collision and Customs.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call your State Farm agent, Jody Herman, in downtown Archbold today.
A little more than the midway point. Jeremy Teege, a conversation right now with Brett Grieser, but Brett Grieser and his Bulldogs need to dig out of a 12-point hole here, Heist, 46-34. Eastside slapping the floor defensively, led by head coach David Prokop. They fall back now into a 2-3. Doesn't have the same effect when you go zone.
No.
I mean, you're going to slap the floor. You better be man-to-man. Come on, dude. Baker skips it over to Herman.
Coach Prokop was fired up.
Now, it is an active 2-3, and it caused a turnover. But the point is when Duke started that, Coach K, they weren't falling back in any zone.
Did they ever play zone, Duke?
Not very often. That skip pass turnover ends up being 4 for the half, 8 for the game. So turnovers haven't been the issue for Edgerton. They just haven't made shots. Nice look into Aquaviva. His shot is blocked, though, by Knurk on the interior.
Nice block.
Aquaviva had a terrific look. Here's Baker, open look at a 3, in and out, no good. Rebound offensively to Krantz. His putback is no good. Finally, the board to Aquaviva for Eastside. A trailing three for Ryder Reed. He knew that was off from the moment he released it. Baker the rebound for Edgerton. Releases it ahead to Knurk. Now off the right side, it's Herman on the baseline. He's going to be fouled by E.J. Miller. Still not to the bonus yet. It's just the second Eastside foul of the fourth quarter. And when we say bonus, again, we're far enough along we don't mention it as much anymore. But if you didn't know, it's 5 fouls per quarter. You reset, and when you get to foul number 5, it's 2 free throws. 1-and-1s don't exist anymore.
No such thing.
Here's Krantz from downtown. That's off target for 3. The rebound's off Knurk and belongs to Eastside. 3:03 left. 46-34 Eastside.
Bulldogs just can't buy a bucket.
Loden Johnson to inbounds. Baseball pass up ahead to E.J. Miller. Miller to the baseline. Miller lost the handle and right into the hands of an Edgerton defender who then they are in a generous spirit tonight. They give it right back.
Just about threw it over the 1-foot drop there.
7 second-half turnovers for Eastside, 12 for the night. 5 second-half turnovers for Edgerton, 9 on the game now. 2:52 left, and it's a 46-34 Eastside lead.
It's nearing desperation time.
E.J. Miller topped the circle, nearly had it knocked away from behind by Herman. Kick out now, Minnick for 3, no good. Rebound, though, to Eastside offensively. Miller's 3 is no good.
He'd been smarter to back it out and run some offense.
And then Krantz has it now off the board. Krantz into the lane. Krantz low on the left. Shot, no. And Eastside a rebound and Ryder Reed. 2 makes in the quarter, 5 field goals in the second half for Edgerton. Here's Reed, turns the corner. He goes out to Minnick. He'll fire another 3. It's no good. Eastside has now missed 5 in a row, including 4 straight 3s missed in a row. And a loose ball foul on Eastside with 2:13 left.
Trying to let Edgerton back in this. They could just hit some shots and maybe they can get it done.
You're right. That's 2 straight trips that Eastside has taken with poor fundamental basketball.
Yes.
You're up 12. There's no need to be hoisting 3s.
Run your offense. Nothing but a layup drill almost time.
That foul was number 2 on Minnick. Baker finally back in with his 4 fouls. Here's a 2-3 look still for Eastside, and it's Krantz with the ball to the baseline to Joel Walkup. Rotates it back to Krantz from downtown, no good. Offensive rebound. Baker somehow snuck in there, flipped it up, no good. And now it's Minnick with the board for Eastside. Minnick to the right side, and his kick-out pass is deflected away and out of bounds. 1:45 remaining. 46-34 Eastside. You're never truly out of a game with a 3-point line, but the way Edgerton is shot overall tonight, it feels like this one's over,
It's
doesn't
getting
it?
there. The Haverset lady is warming up the vocal cords.
Johnson to Minnick on the wing. Aquaviva setting a screen, and Minnick uses it, goes baseline, lays it home. Clayton Minnick.
That may have been the dagger.
18 for Minnick. He came in averaging 14 a game. Maddox Baker's triple try, no good. Offensive rebound and 1 on the putback for Joel Walkup, and he'll go to the line. Might be a case now of too little too late. 48-36 Eastside with 1:21 remaining.
Edgerton young. Only a couple seniors on the team. All 5 starters are underclassmen.
Brett Greaser wants to talk it over. He wants a timeout with 1:21 to play. 48-36 Eastside. It's a full timeout, but we'll take just a 30 and be right back.
You work hard for your money. That's why we see to it that your money works hard for you, not someone else. At Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, our earnings belong to our members and go right back to work for you, from better rates to lower fees. We've got the products and people to help you build a more fantastic future every step of the way. Join 14,000 other people just like you who want to do more with their money. Imagine a different possibility at Midwest Community Federal Credit Union.
48-36 Eastside with 1:21 to play in this one. By the way, that foul officially will end Nolan Baker's night. He got off to a great start, but then unable to get into any kind of rhythm because of foul difficulty. He'll leave with 7.
Yeah, he started out well, as you said, and then he sat, about the whole third quarter, a big part of the second quarter, I believe. And just now got back in.
And then didn't start at all in the second half. Came in I think here in the fourth, and that's it. Free throw good.
But they've played well without him, so
7 for Joel Walkup.
Well enough to maybe get the win at least.
If you're Eastside, you have 2 goals. Protect the basketball, make free throws, and it's yours. 48-37. Johnson to Reed. 1:10 to play. Eastside by 11. Sanchez trying to give the foul. And now a turnover force. Good defense by Herman. It'll turn into a run out. Corey Herman lays it home. 9-point game, under a minute. Officially 57.3. Well, at least unofficially. Let's see if they add any time.
Yeah, he's talking to the referee about getting some more time, I believe.
We're going to stay right here since we have 57 seconds left, and it's just a 30-second timeout. Hope you enjoyed coming back for one night. We enjoyed having you.
That was fun. I really enjoyed it. It brings back old memories of you. We worked a long time together. 27 years or something like that?
I just talked with, so you had a chance to meet our United Way office manager extraordinaire, Amy Kirby, and we were talking this week about my radio life. Amy found out about our Sam's Place and more sports bar production meetings and how we felt even more prepared for broadcast.
Absolutely. Because we're both kind of quiet and shy kind of guys, and don't do a lot of talking.
We ended up prepping for games. That was the finishing touches on broadcast.
Yes, absolutely. You liked it because I got more controversial.
I did. Johnson fouled by Baker in the backcourt.
It's also when we come up with some of our nicknames, if I remember right.
Last foul that they had to give. 4 on the night on Maddox Baker. 4 on Edgerton now. 4 on Eastside for that matter. 54.4 to play. 48-39 Eastside. Johnson into Reed. Reed will be fouled by Sanchez. And Reed will shoot 2. He is 0 for 1 tonight at the line.
This is the part I don't like about the foul situation is you don't have the 1-on-1 here
like
when
the
you're
pressure.
behind. Yeah, the pressure 1-on-1 that you had forever. You're going to get 2 no matter what.
Free throw is good. Just got a text from one of our favorite players. Chris Fiddler said it was good hearing you on the air tonight.
Yeah, Fit and I talked one time about had we been on the same team, we'd have needed 2 basketballs. I don't understand what he meant.
Second free throw was no good. Then an Edgerton turnover.
Yeah. Fit only scored 1,600 points or something like that.
But lost a hot shot competition to Mike Bum yesterday.
Oh, is that
at
right?
a pep assembly. But I'm pretty sure as a lay-in is good off the left side for Aquaviva, I think Fid tanked it. He knew that Bummer needed maybe his ego stroked a little bit, so Fid tanked it in the pep assembly yesterday at Montpelier.
Yeah. I can't see Fid tanking it.
28 seconds left, 51-39. A deep 3 for Krantz is good.
He finally got one to go.
He has 10 on the game. Timeout, Edgerton, 24.8. 51-42 Eastside. We'll spend our last timeout, in-game timeout, and be right back.
Peltz Lumber Company in Montpelier and Pioneer has some exciting news. Not only has Peltz been bringing you the finest in building materials for generations, now they have a new website with a huge selection of items for you to browse right at your fingertips and in your own home. Just go to peltzlumber.com and hit the products button, and there it is. Tools, hardware, lumberyard and building materials, windows, doors, kitchen and bath. Check out the items you need and the prices, and stop by the store in Montpelier or Pioneer, or give them a call at 419-485-3059. Peltz Lumber, building for a new generation.
51-42 Eastside. Taylor said his message to me, and your response is will do?
Will do. Thanks, Taylor, for the reminder.
It's all hidden. 24.8 remaining. Eastside going to get back to 500, it appears. They came in 4-5 tonight.
Well, they were the better team tonight. I don't know if they were the better team all the time, but they were the better team tonight.
Johnson into Reed.
That could almost be intentional.
And he's mugged by Sanchez.
They didn't call intentional.
And to the other end we go with Ryder Reed.
Yeah, this is fun. I'm glad we got together. It'll be, it's kind of neat. Probably the last radio game I'll do here in my old gym. I like it. That's something that comes up again once in a while, but
Reed knocks in the foul shot.
Never thought I would do another one.
There is still, safe to say, only one Linda Heisler, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Thank goodness.
Second one, no good. The rebound, Edgerton. Down 10 with under 20 to go. Loose ball, tie up, possession arrow to Eastside.
Edgerton's not quitting. They're still playing hard. You give them credit for that. They're down 10 with under 30 seconds. That credit goes to the coaching staff and the kids both.
Inbounds to Reed, gives it back to Johnson. Up ahead to E.J. Miller. His layup is no good. The shot was blocked. Edgerton will have, it appears, one more possession. A three from Krantz is off target. Offensive rebound, Baker can't make it. Another try. Herman will have the last basket of the game. Final score tonight on Throwback Night in Edgerton. Eastside wins it 52-44.
Hello, I'm Paul Rorig Jr.
And I'm Sierra with the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio.
Are you searching for a lasting memorial to honor your loved ones? Let us guide you through the entire process of choosing a memorial with compassion and care.
Come visit our showroom. We have the largest indoor display in the tri-state area.
Fackler Monument Company, where 3 generations of tradition and trust come together.
Visit our website at facklermonument.com. We have been serving families in the tri-state area since 1924.
Michael Jordan once said, some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, and others make it happen. The Edgerton Bulldogs want it, wish for it, and make it happen. The Edgerton Athletic Boosters want to thank all of the Edgerton athletes for their hard work and dedication, and want to wish the athletes and coaches good luck. So from the Edgerton Athletic Boosters, go get 'em Bulldogs. We're behind you all of the way. Good luck to all the Edgerton athletes.
Beat the chill at Knocking Point Outfitters. Thaw heating products, rechargeable seats, hand warmers, and heated wraps for cold weather comfort. Grab a gift card for the perfect outdoor gift. Visit them on County Road 17, just south of US Route 6, outside of Bryan. Knocking Point Outfitters, your warmth destination.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Starks Plumbing and Heating Services helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Starks Plumbing and Heating Services and see how soon you can get a Lennox home comfort system that'll help improve your health and your mood. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call us today at 1-800-329-4040 or visit us at starksphs.com.
Fall is a great time to work on your home. Is your home well insulated? Field Supply Center in Blakesley is now stocking the Attic Cat and the Pro Cap blown insulation system. Forget about the dust from the old blown insulation. Attic Cat is the new clean way to insulate your walls and attic. Field Supply Center also offers CertainTeed Landmark shingles, one of the best shingles for your roof. Now is the time to take care of your home. Whether you need insulation, shingles, siding, or window, make Field Supply in Blakesley your first stop.
52-44 is the final. Eastside wins. Heiss, I'm just going to let you talk about whatever you want memory-wise. I just have free throws to finish, and that's it.
Well, this was a basketball game that the first quarter, I thought both teams played very, very well. I don't have any stats in front of me. Andy's keeping the stats, but the first quarter was quite entertaining with some good basketball. And then from there, I think the difference basically was Edgerton not shooting well, and Eastside, I think, without stats in front of me, I think they boarded pretty well.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go individual numbers. First for Edgerton, Corey Herman led the way with 17. Scotty Krantz finished with 10. Joel Walkup with 7. Maddox Baker scored 5. Caden Knirk 2. Noah Weaver 2. Kellen Sanchez 1. Clayton Minnick showing that he is a scorer and the best scorer for Eastside. Had a game-high 18 tonight. Ryder Reed off the bench with 10. Loden Johnson with 9. Nolan Baker 7. Noah Aquaviva 6. Connor Omlenep with 2 tonight for Eastside. You mentioned the shooting numbers. Edgerton, it just wasn't their night. 16 of 51 from the field. They were 5 of 22 shooting threes tonight. They were 9 for 33 in the second half from the field. Eastside, they got 53 shots up. They were 21 of 53 and 2 for 14 shooting from the three-point line. from the free throw line tonight. Eastside a slight edge. They were 10 of 16 at the foul line. Edgerton was 7 of 18 at the foul line. Turnovers tonight were close. Eastside committed 13. Edgerton had 10 rebounds. Edgerton was out-rebounded by Eastside 36-29 tonight. Again, all of that adding up to an Eastside win here this evening by the final of 52-44. With that win, Eastside climbs to 5-5. Next up for them, a game at Hamilton, Indiana on Tuesday night. Edgerton will drop to 2-7. They'll have a double weekend next weekend, home with Antwerp and Pettisville, and I'll be home for that Pettisville game coming up next week as well on Saturday.
Andy, there's only one stat that counts. That's the one on the scoreboard, and the scoreboard reads here tonight. Eastside 52, Edgerton 44.
Thanks again. Great to have you back for
fun.
a night, and maybe we'll see. I'm sure we'll see you in a gym with either Kaysen and or Kenna down the road. And congrats to Kaysen on a great golf career and going on to continue that at the college level. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit of his college paid for that way. So he spent a lot of time and worked very, very hard on his golf game, and it has paid off for him. That just goes to show you that these youngsters out there, you work real hard at stuff, sometimes it pays off.
And please give my best to the always beautiful Linda Heisler.
That means I have to talk to her.
You do. Tell her that her favorite neighbor said hello.
She said, you talked to Joe?
That's right. 52-44, Eastside wins tonight over Edgerton. So long, everybody, from Throwback Night in Edgerton.